Okay, it's live now.
Oh.
We are golden.
Okay.
So who wants to start?
Our research question was, what kind of services or resources are available to teen mothers in our specific location and societies?
Yes, so your answer was?
All right. So we did.
Oh, yeah.
So the United States, they provide free pregnancy testing, free teenage health pregnancy education, free childbirth classes for teenagers, free parenting classes, Jensen's Corner, so cheap, new, and gently used baby clothes, free parenting support classes, parents of the pregnant teen support classes, so like the teen's mom's parents can have classes as well. And then we also have something called the WIC, Planned Parenthood, SNAP, food assistance, and Medicaid.
The WIC program is like kind of like coupon vouchers for groceries, so they can get, if they qualify for WIC, they can go to the grocery store, and there's certain foods that they can get. They're like labeled at the grocery store, and they can, I think, do they get a discount on those foods, Ashley, or do they?
They get them for free.
Okay, but they have to qualify for the WIC program.
Depending on their annual income and like how many kids they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. In the United States, have many classes that are given.
Yeah.
And many just to help, just like careers and people you can connect when you are pregnant. But I never heard of classes before. And over there, by you guys, there are many classes that are given. So by us in the Netherlands, options for information, good guidance, and like the guidance for the choice to keep the baby or give it up for adoption. So we have a foundation called Rutgers NISO Group, and they do research in teen moms and give advice and provide assistance, different fronts for the teen moms. And we have an organization called the FIAM for the housing shortage. So if they haven't got a home where they can raise the baby, the FIAM is financing that. It's also specialized for adoption. Oh, abortion. Abortion. And let's see.
Does the FIAM group do abortions?
And they have many programs to help. So that's the kind of information I found on the Teen Moms guidance in the Netherlands, but I never heard of classes or just something like that for teen moms.
Yeah, but if the FIAM don't do the abortion by themselves, right? They are standing to the hospital. It's only advice from the FIAM.
Okay.
So where would they go to like get an abortion? Would they go to the hospital?
Yeah, special clinics. abortion clinics are there in the Netherlands.
Okay, so our Planned Parenthood program is kind of like that. They provide like testing and they do abortions there currently.
And they provide like free birth control and condoms and treatment for like STDs. And then they also can perform abortions there.
But there's a lot of debate over getting rid of Planned Parenthood services. So that's kind of a big political thing in the US right now, is whether they should keep Planned Parenthood funded or not.
But you don't have to the hospital if you want an abortion. You can go to the, how do you say it? The classes. That.
So
We found some statistics about the US from the Centers of Disease Control, just kind of about pregnancy rates in the US. So they are dropping compared to previous years, and it said that they think that's because of increased like contraceptive use. So that's good that there's less teen pregnancies, but it's also said that we still have higher rates of teen pregnancies compared to like a lot of other countries.
Yeah, because here in the Netherlands, I read that it's increased. How do you say it? That is the where?
Did you say increase or decrease in the Netherlands?
Decrease is just that it's get lower.
Okay.
Yep.
Didn't know if I said it right, but
Yeah.
yeah, in the Netherlands it is just very low because our country is very let's say that. Let's see the word. But that is the same. But we're not on the highest ranks in teen moms.
Okay.
Should we go to the next question?
That's right.
Yeah. So our next question was, how does society view pregnant teens in the Netherlands versus the United States? So we found in the United States that our society has an evolving view of the pregnant teens. In the past, women would be married earlier and have children earlier, often in their teenage years. But as of now, women have started entering the workforce, and women have started marrying later in life and also having children later. So the views of teenage moms have changed. Teens are not married when they have a child as a teenager. Society started to view these women as irresponsible, and they were thought of as sleeping around. However, in more recent society, within the past 5 to 10 years in the United States, the stigma of teen moms has lessened. We also have this show called Teen Mom on MTV, and the show kind of follows the life of like 4 teen moms, you'd say, Lizzie? 4 or 5.
So I think kind of like
yeah.
it kind of normalized like being a teen mom and almost like made it seem like kind of a
Fun.
cool thing to do. So that was
fun, yes.
interesting.
We have it also on TV here over the Netherlands.
Really?
I always watched it younger.
I know, so did I.
Do you have your own
Anyone's watch.
there, or do you watch the United States version?
No, the United States version.
Yeah,
Okay.
we also have our own version, but it's a little bit different. We called it 4 handen op 1 buik. It's like 4 hands on 1 stomach. And there's a teen mom who gets help from how do you call it? Famous people from the Netherlands.
Oh.
They are helping each other and get advice and that sort.
Is that a really popular show in the Netherlands?
A little bit. It's not so big as Teen Mom.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I think the view from the pregnancy in the US and the Netherlands is a little bit the same. Because in the Netherlands, in the 50s and 60s, yeah, you also get early pregnant, and if you are married, you wear the shame of the family. And in the 80s, they were the call it. And abortion was legal, and the single mothers were no longer a shame. And today, yeah, there are also people who think the girls don't think that younger girls can get them in the mom, but it's not a big taboo anymore.
Yeah.
So they're kind of similar in that way then.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, if you are a teenager and you get pregnant, you just have less options, because it is important in the Netherlands that you have a high study and you go to school and you finish your school. And that is right now how we view the pregnancy. It's just very difficult and a very bad timing.
Yeah, that's
that they finish their study and just first have a home, have a income,
A husband, get married, and then have a kid. That's how ours is too.
yeah.
So because that was a very religious early there was the Netherlands country, and now there's many other religion. So they view just first marry and then have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I just think we have to live together, then we get children, and then we get married or something.
Right. The CDC also found that teens in the U.S. who get pregnant, kind of like you said, they're more likely to drop out of school and not get their education. And they also show increased health risks for the mom and the baby if they get pregnant when they're a teenager. So that's why they try to prevent it in a way.
All right. So the next question is, how are the programs financed in the Netherlands versus the United States? So in the United States, a lot of the programs that we talked about, there are grants, kind of like free money from the government at state and federal levels. I don't know if you guys get grants for that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know what the word grants was.
It's kind of like free money from the government. Gives us money to, provide the Planned Parenthood. So we get money for, I don't know how to explain it.
Also, Planned Parenthood, everyone in the U.S. pays taxes, and some of that tax money will go towards programs like that are funded by the government. So that's kind of why there's a debate over whether everyone in America's taxes should be funding Planned Parenthood and abortion, because some people don't agree with abortion, and so they wonder why their tax money has to go to pay for abortion.
I don't know really, but Tara, do we have to pay the abortion ourselves, or is it with the insurance?
No, it's if you are insured, you can get for free, but because you're insured.
That's right. Yeah, we have also funds and different benefits that are also provided by the government, but the funds are different than the benefits. Or do I have another word for it? But we have funds, and yeah, it has to be arranged by teen moms themselves, but they can get guiding for that, because it is just a difficult way, and you have to find your way in the funds. So we have an organization, Studying Moms. And
in the Netherlands, do you guys have a program like WIC where you guys can get, like, pregnant moms who don't have a high income can get, like, free food? Do you guys have that at all?
Ja, het de voedselbank. Dus, hoe zeg je dat?
Yeah, we have like how do you call that?
I don't know if you said that, but
buildings all over the Netherlands where you can get food when you have a lower income, but it's also for people who are homeless and
okay.
that sort of stuff. It's not only for pregnant.
So you don't have one like specific for pregnant moms or breastfeeding moms or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
Volgens mij niet.
So the next question, or how accessible are these programs to teen moms where you are? So like how?
Over here we got different things you can do. We have the foundations where you can get information or just can get contact with someone that can help you. But we also have different buildings from one foundation. It's called Teen Moms. And they have country straight into the building, and you can talk about it or just ask for information. And of many websites, there are just telephone numbers for WhatsApp or chatting or emailing or calling. So they're very accessible over here. But I just looked for the incomes, and it's just for teen moms, so moms that are not teens anymore can't access this foundation.
Okay.
So in the United States, our programs are pretty accessible too, depending on the annual income the family makes. That's with WIC anyways. So like WIC, the people who provide or are in charge of WIC will look at the family's annual income, so yearly amount they earn through their work, and then how many children they have. So if they make more than the amount that is listed, they don't get WIC. But for Planned Parenthood, it's just kind of like a walk-in clinic, and it's free for people who don't have insurance or have insurance. But for people who don't have insurance, the government will provide for them. So like our tax money will provide their birth control or the abortion that they need or the STD testing and treatments. So it's pretty accessible here in the United States as well.
Do you have Tara? That we pay just like taxes for abortion or something? Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't have to pay for WIC, or?
No, WIC is provided for these families if they don't meet the income requirement. So if they make, so an example, if they have one kid and the mom and dad make less than, I think it's 37,000 a year, they can get, or if they make more than 37,000 a year, they don't like apply for WIC. But if they make 37,000 or less, they can receive WIC.
So there's a list of like guidelines on their website that tell you if you qualify based on how many family members you have and your annual or monthly income, and it will tell you if you're eligible. So before you apply, you just kind of have to look at that to see if you would be eligible.
Yeah.
Okay.
The foundations and different organizations where I looked in, you just, if you are a teen mom, you can connect them and they will help you. They are not looking into if you have many children, how many children you have, or how old they are. They're just being there to help you immediately with your problems, and they have volunteers. So I don't know how
they have volunteers, you said?
Yeah, by these organizations, the main organization over here in the Netherlands, very much volunteers.
Okay.
That are being yeah, that can help a teen mom. The teen mom contacts the organization. There's being sent a volunteer to.
And what does the volunteer provide? Do they provide like resources, or do they provide like?
Yeah, they provide guide and all sort of things like guidance in your finances, guidance in your daily work, or how you can handle a baby with a or just in the house cleaning.
Cool.
All right, what's our next question?
How do the programs work and what happens? So we've kind of talked about this throughout the presentation. So WIC, we said it's federal grants that provide vouchers or coupons for food, healthcare referrals, nutrition education for low-income pregnant, breastfeeding, or non-breastfeeding postpartum women, and to infants and children up to age 5. So our age limit for WIC is 5 years for the child to get free food. So that's something that I think should be changed in that WIC program. I think that if you need help and you don't have money for food, I think you should get it no matter what.
You don't have like just where we talked about like buildings where you can come for food.
We have something called Salvation Army. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, there's some like food shelters and stuff, but I
don't really know much about that.
I don't know how accessible they are and how many people they serve, but we have something kind of like that.
Yeah, we have like a safe house for teen moms, and you can get there, but yeah, it's not really big.
Okay, there's something like that in my town. It's called Ruth's House of Hope. It's just for mothers and their kids where they can go if like the husband or boyfriend is abusive, and they provide housing for them and shelter and food and stuff. But that's in my small town. I don't know how many of those there are throughout the US, but I feel like that's kind of similar to what you have.
Yeah.
So that's something to add. We can add that to our.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the free classes that we said earlier that I found on this pregnancy website, you would just sign up on their website and then you basically can go to the class. So it's really accessible and easy to go to.
So I have seen on Teen Mom from the United States that they have just full of teen moms. I think that's also a difference between our country and yours, because it seems on Teen Moms very popular for teen moms, but I never heard of it right here, over here.
Mm-hmm.
That we have for teen moms where just all teen moms sitting in a class and just have guidance from their teacher and something like that.
Yeah. It's
And
something
are
that's different.
the classes are free. You just have to sign for it.
Yep.
And is the class for information over about teen pregnancy, or is it just for their study?
So I think it's kind of like information on like prenatal stuff and care, like what to do before the baby comes and how to be healthy, and just like general education and services for them. Not like school education.
Alright.
Okay, should we do the next question?
What are the options available to a pregnant mother? Abortion, adoption. So we wrote that abortion is legal right now up to 22 to 24 weeks in the United States. And then adoption, they're available to be partially open, so they can see their birth mother fully open. They can like hang out. I think they can go to the birth mother's house or close where they don't have any contact with their biological mom or dad.
Yeah, we have like the same thing. We have raised a child by ourselves, giving up for adoption of abortion, and abortion is the same here till 22 weeks. And adoption can be closed or open, and closed is you don't have any contact with your child, and open is that you can see your child and have a little bit contact. And we have foster care.
Oh
and
yeah.
it's like the same thing as the open adoption, but
Yeah,
you can't.
We also have foster care here.
Yeah,
I'll write that.
and you can get your child back if you are you're ready for the responsibilities.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
So then our last question is, what can we learn from each other? So what can the Netherlands do differently, or what can the United States do differently?
I think the Netherlands can do differently. The more classes you have so much information in class, and you can meet people who are in the same position as you are.
Yeah.
It's more thing for you alone.
Yeah. So the class is with all the team members together, and you can just talk with other people in the same situation. I think that is very helpful, and that is a good a good class, because in the Netherlands it's just if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, I think that would be very beneficial for the Netherlands also.
Yeah.
For the United States, I think that your programs are so much more, I don't know how, maybe more accessible and easier to apply for.
Yeah, there's not as
Like,
many requirements.
Yeah, for United States, we have we have to apply to get it. And for you guys, I feel like you guys can just go in and don't have to apply, and you'll get your resources.
And I think that might be maybe because we have a lot more teen moms and babies, so there needs to be like regulations. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what's right.
Anything else you can think that we could learn from each other?
Let's see, I have to scroll up because I don't even. So many things were the same.
Yeah.
Abortion, adoption. Well, the programs were different, but we had that already. Let's see.
So from here on out, we should probably work on the presentation. I sent a Google Docs for the presentation. I don't know if you guys got that. I don't know if it worked.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, I have to look then.
But how do we guard a presentation like a PowerPoint and then on this gewoon on Google Hangout, or do we have like a laptop here with the presentation, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, actually,
I don't know if we just talk about it in our live meeting and then turn it into our instructor. I don't really know.
Let me look.
You have to ask because we are in the middle of our test week.
Yeah.
So when do you guys have to finish this project? Because if we want to do a presentation for us after the 11th of November works best for us, because then we don't have our test anymore and we just are fully
Available.
Right.
Available.
Because
right now it's so much stress and just
So you said after November 11th works best for you to meet again?
Yeah.
Test.
And,
after the 9th, I'm sorry.
Oh, after November 9th?
9 November is our
We can meet after November 9th and finish up, I think.
Yeah, we have until like the end of November.
Yeah.
So if we just, in the if you have any time, just work on the PowerPoint. Both plan to meet after your test is done, after your testing is done.
Because we only have 2 more parts left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have a finish date. You have to have a deadline.
Probably by November 24th, I would say.
All right.
So he has time to grade it and put the grades in. Because then we graduate that next week, so.
Oh, exciting.
I know.
So,
So I'd probably say what?
what do you guys think that we meet up again one time after the 9th
Mm-hmm.
November and just talk about the presentation a little bit and just look, is everything all right? And then we have to do the presentation.
Okay.
Sounds
Or do you
good.
want to do the presentation just immediately with the first meeting?
Maybe let's see how it looks after we start working on it, maybe, and then we'll talk about it and see if we should meet before. I think we'd be okay though, just doing it right away. I don't know how you guys feel, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to find out how we have the presentation.
yeah, yep.
We'll figure that out. We'll look into
Yep.
it.
We can talk to our instructor too. He's pretty easy to talk to about that stuff.
Yeah. And we don't see our instructor for like 2 weeks, I think.
Really?
So that
Yep.
doesn't work for that. If you guys can arrange that, that would be nice.
Yeah. Well, good luck
Alright.
on your guys' test.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Study hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.